I grew up in a little town called South Fallsburg. My parents were musicians originally. You know, they played music, and you know, my dad's dad, he played music, and all his brothers. He made all his brothers pick up instruments. You know, it was considered normal in my family to, you know, grab an instrument and get to hang out and play some tunes. You know. When I was 15, we all got tickets to see Billy Joel. We're watching the show. I'm looking at all the people around me. I'm seeing how affected they are by the music. It dawned on me in that moment. I thought, wow, music is medicine. I could do this for a career. It went from being my hobby to becoming my career, you know, my goal, my life goal. And I feel like it's just the beginning. For me, operating on this street level of getting gigs and playing music for a living, and you know, having 1,000 doors slammed in your face, it was healthy. So ultimately, you know, when you got lucky, you'd get a gig, and I had this hand truck, and I had a little sound system, little PA, right, and a little bit of gear, and I would bungee cord this stuff to my hand truck. I wouldn't necessarily have the money to hop a cab. I would walk my gear to wherever, you know, wherever the gig was, you know. Sometimes the gig was around the corner, sometimes the gig was 40 blocks away. It's ironic because, of course, I saw Billy Joel play when I was 15. All that time passed. I went on my journey, and then, you know, a few years ago, I got a phone call, and it's my father, and he says, hey, do you want to go out and do a show and open for Billy? And I said, Billy who? And he said, Billy Joel. I said, Billy Joel? I want the gig. So then for about 2.5 years, Billy had me back. It's an amazing life journey to go from having someone be your inspiration and your idol to them extending a hand and pulling you up on stage. It's a really humbling, incredible story, you know, for me as a fan. I'll search if you can't see it. It's been quite a ride. Traveling for 15 years doing it. Every city can have its own flavor. And I've seen what the rest of the world is like now, and I had a great time. But I have to say, I went home and I played a hometown gig pretty recently. There's nothing quite like going home and seeing friends you grew up with and seeing your family members, you know, because you can go around the world and be lucky enough to have a great career and all those things. It's exciting, you know. But when you go home, it doesn't matter where you've been and how much success or failure you had, you go right back to kind of where you left off with your good friends and your family members, and it's a beautiful thing. As far as the future goes, I'm writing this record alone. I'm getting back to that down-home acoustic sound. I want to make that record that classic album that's a timeless type of record. That's what I'm working on right now.